this is an aggressively slanted adventure deck featuring Edgewall Innkeeper, format staple. Our adventure cards here are Foulmire Knight, Order of the Midnight, Murderous Rider, Lovestruck Beast, and then Smitten Swordsmith is the big draw to getting to play the Knights part of this adventure deck. This allows us a very aggressive way to drain our opponents out. It also pairs very well with Lucky Clover. If you double or triple up drain 3+, generally that kills people. We've got missing Once Upon a Time here. We've got a couple copies of Incubation Incongruity to help us find our key creatures a little bit more consistently. And then we've got a few copies of Finality here as a sweeper, pseudo-sweeper that our aggressive deck can play, as well as a way to generate some extra card advantage by picking our creatures back up. So let's go ahead and dive on into some match with this one. This one felt really good the last time we played it. Interested to see how it feels today. Maybe this is you. Thanks for the year of content. I wish I would have subscribed earlier. Well, thanks for keeping me around. Better late than never. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. 12 months is still a long time. Hey, dude, can you not frag new knights? It just makes me take extra steps to knight them after the fact. Looking at Incubation makes me realize how even more absurd Once Upon a Time was. Yep. Alright, well, I was going to play this out as a 2-2, but now we'll just do that. Are there any flash cards? Is there anything that punishes this attack? Am I missing a 2-white card? Raise the Alarm is legal. Yeah, it is. Good call, chat. I was like, this feels like I'm missing something here. These finalities are probably about to be great. YouTube Premium is identical to a normal YouTube view. So you watch without the ads, and I still get the same revenue as if you were watching with ads. That's the way that ends up working out. Okay, start with Incubation here and see where we go. I'm just gonna play this out as a cantrip here. It's like a 2-1. Just looking to try and survive until we can get to this finality. So what if I order, pick up Swordsmith, play Swordsmith? I could order, pick up Lovestruck Beast, play Lovestruck Beast? That's probably the play, huh? I guess this means I have to shock. Okay, that's a good pickup. If they kill this, I jump block here, and then I take 6, 7, 8, 9 down to 3. That's terrifying. Well, really glad we drew the basic. The final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Bidda-do-do-do. Bidda-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I'm not dead yet. I think I just Finality again here, right? Konahawk is Eric Hawkins, I believe is his name. He was SCG grinder about the same era that I was. Woof. So what's my out here? I need to draw Swordsmith so that way I can gain a life and then Murderous Rider this. God, so close to stabilizing. What a bad die roll to lose. Yeah, I guess if I play Murderous Rider, we could draw Swordsmith and then still survive. Close game. It's like had 4 lands and 14 cards. Just all gas. Massacre Girl's great. Noxious Grasp is great. Lucky Clover is largely unnecessary here. Midnight Reaper seems not great. It's a close game. Should have won the die roller, been slightly luckier. Could have maybe sequenced a little bit different. White Weenie is not bad. Disagree. Results of Magic tournaments disagree. Did you not see the game where like they had like the absolute best draw and then like we still almost won? It's great everywhere aside from reality. That's a good quote. I'm gonna steal that one. Yeah, maybe Thrashing's fine. I don't know that killing the artifacts is necessarily important, but it's like a good body. I don't know, they have a lot of flying stuff. Aren't a number of the gods, aren't a number of the gods 3-drops? Right? Or am I misremembering? Glass Casket's another reason to bring my Brontodons in. Have a land. This could be sketchy just because, like, they're missing a land drop. Just gonna kill some of their stuff to make their Loxodons worse. Third giant killer, sure. That's a good one. It's a good safety net. You have like a reset button for later, basically. Should we fall too far behind? Midnight Reaper even makes Massacre Girl less sad for us. So it lets us replace all the stuff that dies. Looking for just like more adventure cards here, perfect. Next turn we can go Reaper, use Swordsmith, play Swordsmith, draw 2. You have a banner. I should just massacre now, right? Waiting to get value is greedy. I guess I only take 3. I'm gonna wait and get value. I have to like draw so many more cards this way. Super rewarded. So if I block like this, I take 5, and then I take 1 next turn. Yeah, this is fine. Sure. Tap deck. Tap that Massacre Girl. The feels when you kill your whole board and still have 7 cards in hand. Alright, that's the easy game. They mulliganed and we were on the play. This is going to be the tougher game where we're on the draw. Thrashy seems appealing. Alright, what do I want to cut here? Trophy on the draw probably sucks. Maybe in Order of the Midnight, this card doesn't block. Maybe I do leave 1 trophy in. This card's kind of medium. We were the undefeated Cube Master. Cube is obviously extremely low variance and high skill because we won all of our matches. How many games do we play in Cube? An entire draft? That seems very good. An entire draft is 3 matches. 3 best of 3 matches. Okay, so we gotta try and live till 6 mana now. They have Loxodon. We're gonna be in a little bit of trouble here. They have 7 in the air. Yeah. Yep, it's very good. I think we're dead. We should probably throw this deck in the garbage because we lost to White Weenie, right? It seems like the only natural conclusion. You know what? I should have, I messed up here. I shouldn't have played the Foulmire Knight. I should have just double Incubation is what should have happened. Is there a line where we should have frogged one of their dudes? I'm gonna give you a 10-minute break to figure out why that's not a good recommendation. Yeah, I think we're dead. You did. Needed one more turn for that, so should have won the die roll. Should have won the die roll. Maybe we want two Massacre Girls in the sideboard. I can see that. We get to find her with Incubation Druid. Yeah, where's my deck? Four is a lot of drill bit. Throw being on the draw to trash can. Yep. And that's why, like, you know, even though I'm, like, looking for a deck for the event coming up next weekend, like, I'm still not including decks that I don't really like playing, because Magic's a dumpster fire of variants for the most part. Like, you need to like the deck that you're playing. No format of Magic is low enough variance that's just, like, worth playing a deck that you don't enjoy. If you haven't seen Incubation this deck before, that means you've never spent time checking out my website. If you head on over to jeffhoagland.com, you can find this deck list with Incubation in it, as well as a fantastic selection of lots of other different deck lists up there for Standard, Historic, and Pioneer. No, that deck's really bad, dude. Light, it's super inconsistent. It's like really good when all the pieces come together, but on average it's terrible, and it absolutely never beats Flash. Looks like maybe the Temple Clover deck? Maybe. Speaking of Clover. Let's see if they have another. That's rather unfortunate. I think we just Order of Midnight, pick this up. Play Order of Midnight, attack for 3 here. Next turn we can Clover, Swordsmith for 4, attack for 5. Everyone has Quench in their deck. That's weird. Wonder if they're a Frenzy deck. We did play Pioneer today. We played 2 decks to start. As always, if you're not familiar with what we played and when, you can check out my schedule on my website. That includes not only when I stream, but what I streamed on those days. That's lethal, right? I guess it's not lethal with Quench. Oh, it is lethal through Quench because they can only counter 1/2, right? So we'll do 4 and then 2. Sick. Do you have a negate here? Oh, they're quenching this? Are they ghosting? Yeah, I guess they just, like, have to use Quench this turn. Probably just have to use Quench this turn. That's fine. You get 1 more turn. Fine. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year, John Slayer. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Probably dead. I'm not going away, though, Generes. I'm just, like, going back down to, like, a normal human amount of hours. Going down to, like, 4 decks a day instead of, like, 6 to 8. And a nice, healthy 28 here. And remember, if you missed any of the streamathon, you're looking for some content this weekend, it'll be up on my website and my YouTube channel. Most of it's there already, just today's stuff isn't there yet. Attack first here in case they have Flame Sweep. Well, if they had Flame Sweep, they would have used it at end of turn, right? I guess they could have drawn 1. Oh, I guess this is bad because if they have another Borrower, I don't get to kill them now. Yeah, this was bad. Huh? I guess I lose to Borrower either way. We might actually die here. I'm choked on mana. Guess we get to pick these back up. If they have another Expansion Explosion, we're in trouble. I guess outside of a second Expansion Explosion, we're probably okay. Afternoon, 3 Smith. Yes, Lovestruck Beast is probably one of the cards we're going to board out here, honestly. They have so much cheap removal and like Flame Sweep and stuff that he gets rendered immobile pretty regularly, feels like. Cricket! Thanks for the 17 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Dim Ladris. Thanks for the 14 months. So we really just want to draw, like, untapped lands next turn. Like, untapped Black Source would be ideal. We have another expansion explosion here. Like kill Swordsmith, draw some cards. Serious business. Toss a coin, toss a prime to your streamer, oh Valley of Bezos. Thanks for the brand new Bezo bucks. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday wherever you're at in the world. First ever Twitch sub. Been watching you on YouTube for a long time. Keep it up. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to drop on over to Twitch and hook the Prime up. Twitch Prime pays my mortgage these days, so I appreciate it. Yeah, so I think we Heart's Desire here. Try and kill them with this. They flame sweep or whatever. They kill these. We play this tapped land. This is the mana that we needed. We can play this Order of Midnight. And like with these swordsmiths and like these fine finalities, like we just need to like not die, and eventually one of these curry favors is going to kill them, I would assume. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe. Am I dead? I might be dead here if they have a third one. I don't even know if I'm dead. I'm just gonna let them figure it out. I would bet we're dead here. What an incredibly frustrating game. I feel like that's a lot of standard right now. Like, there's a lot of decks in this standard format, but I feel like my takeaway for most of them is like, after I finish playing, I'm like, gosh, that was just incredibly frustrating. I think we're about to get 22'd here. Like the gameplay just is really not great. Yeah, probably it. Lovestruck Beast, super easy cut here. Probably Foulmire Knight doesn't do much. Maybe that's cutting too many adventure things. Maybe I'd rather keep that. They don't have a lot of things for me to kill anyways. Yeah. Yeah, between like Teferi and the random flash decks, Brazen Borrower's a tough card for everyone to have too, right? Yeah, maybe we're supposed to fight on the Reclamation Access. I have no idea. Like, what are we cutting to bring in those cards? Like, am I supposed to be bringing in a bunch of reactive cards? I'm the beatdown in this matchup, right? Am I supposed to bring in a bunch of reactive cards? Or am I just supposed to try and kill them? Seems fine. Looking for lands. Hopefully this finds an Innkeeper and we'll get to go. Innkeeper into some other friendos here. Hey, 3Smut, thanks for the half a year. I appreciate the tier 2 support. Welcome, welcome. Alright, well, you know, at least both of these will draw a card before they die. So what's the window I have to get the sub-streak going? My next Prime's available on February. It's like a... I think it's a sub 1 week grace period. I don't know what the exact grace period is, but it's not the exact same day. There's definitely a small window that you get. Hey, Studooped. Thanks for the 4 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Well, the good news is they didn't have a, They didn't have a Flame Sweep last turn, so we got that going for us. The bad news is I can't draw lands. Alright, what do your bits look like? It's a weird card to play in response. Oh, your bits don't look good. Got it. Alright, so I think I just want to do this and try and draw some lands here. Maybe that's wrong just because they're so low already. So they get to get Mister's Insight here and then untap and do stuff. They could also just like play a 4-3 if they wanted. This stream is great, buy it stuff. Thanks for the second month of support, Scruff McGruffin. I appreciate that. I don't remember. The top two decks in the deck queue got played. That was like 3 hours ago. That's true. There aren't things that can get you not be able to get elected as a Republican. You can actually say whatever you want. Those folks support all sorts of vile nonsense. In fact, one could argue probably the more vile nonsense you've spewed, the more likely you are to get elected as a Republican. If Trump decides to have general debates with whoever the Democrat nomination is, they're going to be kind of wild. It's going to be interesting to see him up there just like bold-faced lying to people. With his normal lack of zero accountability. It hurt a little bit, but we did kill their stuff, so we got that going for us. How do you know when a politician is lying? If your answer is they're talking, I would just like to remind you that comments like that, even if you mean them in jest, are GOP propaganda. Questions and statements like that are designed to create apathy among our political system in general, because when voters are apathetic, they don't vote, and voters not voting is good for the GOP. Alright, so they're going to draw 7 cards here. Untap green source for Ceratops would be real nice, yeah. Pretty not bad. Accidentally left an extra mana floating. Well, it's not a green source. Start by attacking, see what happens. So we go Order of Midnight. Pick back up my friends. What's the GOP? GOP stands for Grand Old Party, which is synonymous for Republicans. GOP is synonymous with the Grand Old Party. Alright, so I think I do this, and then I do Swordsmith here. So this way they can't just, like, kill my Foulmire Knight in response. They have to have Flame Sweep. Okay, you had Flame Sweep. Congrats. Gullible old people. That's largely their voter base. Probably dead to another Reclamation next turn. Another Reclamation would be, they have a land. Another Reclamation would be 10. So that would be 6 plus 10 plus 10. Yeah, we're dead to a second Reclamation here. That bodes well for us. Bad Whammer Jammer. Thank you for the entire year support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Okay, they might be out of guess here. Wouldn't be surprised to see another piece of spot removal here. Yup. Okay. Gosh, based on how today's going, I might just not do any standard next week and just pick something and go in dark. This has been kind of rancid. We're gonna play standard for the rest of this afternoon and try and figure it out, but like, hasn't been a fun day so far. The morning was great. Pioneer and cubing was fun. No, I'm not going to replace standard with cube, chat. Look at the deck queue. Stop it. Would you believe after playing 42 some odd decks this week, there's still that many decks in the queue to be played? Got plenty of things to do. I'm ready. I'm just ready for Theros. I'm really sad that like every meaningful arena event that's been standard has been just like an absolute dog shit format for like the last whatever. The last MCQ day, the last MCQ that they had on here was in like Eldraine Standard 2.0. Which is just like an awful format. Worse than this one, which is really setting a bar. I think the pre-release bundles for Thero are worth it. I think the definition of worth varies from person to person. I think if you're someone that was going to spend $100 on gems anyways, it is worth it to instead buy the 2 pre-order bundles. The quantity of what you get to what you get out of them, if you were going to buy $100 worth of gem and buy a bunch of packs, you should instead get the 2 pre-order bundles. Yeah, I miss Yarok Field. I miss GRN Standard. That's fine. We have Historic, so like, even if they don't write the ship of Standard, I'm just glad that like, even if they don't manage to correct Standard over the next year, we still like have a format that we get to play on Arena, which is great. So like, next week, if I don't do any Standard, we're still gonna play Arena every day, which is great. Like, you know, this time last year, if I decided I didn't want to play Standard for a week, that meant just playing Magic Online, and that's not the case anymore. I don't think we've played any Displacer decks. Colorless is a tough splash in Pioneer, in large part because we don't have all of the A lot of the lands, the pain lands, aren't legal in Pioneer at the moment. Then I get quenched on the way back down. Oh. Maybe the last mono white player we played against, they probably had the right idea. Just like screw playing the actual game, just run people down as quick as possible. They probably had the right idea. About to get negated. Don't quench me, come on now. Yeah, that's true. The shelf life and how bad standard can be as a calendar year, right? I really wish Wizards would have stuck to their guns and not like wimped out of doing twice per year rotation.
The land shall conquer you.
Really think Magic's a worse game for them not sticking to their guns and trying that. Yeah, especially with Arena. I think Arena would be in a better spot if Magic rotated twice per year. Alright, listen. For people that are new to Hooglandia, the easiest way to get timed out again a second time is to say you were annoyed by getting timed out the first time. Surefire way to get timed out again. Just absolutely every time without fail. I'd also like to point out that an appropriate response to Jeff, you said that deck, you don't think that deck's very good, is never, Jeff, I have this really tiny sample size with this deck that implies it's kind of good. I like how in your comment, you even went as far as to point out that your sample size was statistically insignificant, but then you still tried to draw the conclusion that your data was somehow meaningful. Magic players are wonky, y'all. You know, like, that's so weird. Like, you're gonna point out that your sample size is bad and you should feel bad, but then like, but maybe it means something still. Like, come on now. Alright, if they don't have a counterspell, big if, and we find a 6th land, this Finality might be able to get us out of here. Oh, they burned a counterspell on that. That's great. Thanks for the 7 months, Aeonius. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Well, I mean, what you have to remember is that, like, the Flash deck we're currently playing against in this game is fundamentally very different than the Flash deck that people played for a long time that wasn't very good. So, the players that took this deck and made it good at the Mythic Championship, they cut all the bad cards from it and put in Hydroid, Krasis, and Nissa, right? Like, they cut all the nonsense and put a bunch of good cards into it. Alright, come on. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. You burned your Sabotage needlessly. Come on, punish, punish. He sabotaged a card they had no business sabotaging. Am I gonna keep playing Standard today? Should we go back and play some more Pioneer? Let's go play. I'm gonna play some more Pioneer. I'm gonna go.